Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? AT Gator. 51. Pick me up. Here we go. Let's go.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it'll be 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
12.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Ryan Kerrigan able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mike's 50. 21. Game situation. Let's go.
There's Garoppolo to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. 11. 21. Check three.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
21, 21. Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
24-yard gain on the play.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
11.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And that's incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go, defenses. Get up. Lock. 53, Mike.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Kill. 80 weapon. On the ball.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Come on, baby.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's make these big.
Now Mostert. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big play there for KC. 46 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action, Tannehill. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
The pressure there was definitely enough to make him alter his throw, because if he had had time, he had a man wide open and had a chance to get it to him.
And I think if he had just another split second, that's a completion and a touchdown. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Check 21. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Mostert. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop.
Ready. 18 Gator.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Pick it up. Kill. Topper. Go.
Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Brown. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Wilson snags it left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Garoppolo now. 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 11. Running from the gun, Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Here we go. One, Omaha. Check 6-6. Pull it high. Ready? 36.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, alert 3. Do. Hey, alert.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready up.
Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
They'll run on first down. Scott found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't,
and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
21, 12, fellas, here we go. 5.
Play action. Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
first down. Garoppolo. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Let it rally, it's picked. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Mostert. They find some open field here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Christian, Travis. Hey, box truck. 65. White.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And Wilson has it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Check 53. Check.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football.
Here we go.
So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Check. Box 54. Record. You got tape. You got
13.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Third and 13.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
Team 6. Team 6. 11.
He's checking. Crash.
65. 12.
On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up fourth.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch. Just inside the 15-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
21.
Mike 54. Mike 58.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there. 1st down.
First and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
You draw Porter.
Here's Scott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
General West.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
32-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Pilot, 64, weak.
3-bud.
Yo, cheetah. Go.
They'll run with Scott. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
You ready?
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Now this is fielded in the end zone. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We're back now in KC. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Here we go. 180. Check 53. I got you.
Garoppolo again. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Kerrigan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
And the Raven first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 180.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd and short.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Muhammad Wilkerson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Third and 8.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
132 fighter. SOS. 2.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Garoppolo. He gets it to Brown, complete. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
53 for the exit. 53. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Let's go.
Team spill.
Let's go.
Shoot.
On first down, it's Scott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Check 52.
They go again with Scott. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
Win column now.